Today I want to share with you guys a simple illustration my dad taught me years ago that has served me quite well throughout my adult life. It goes like this. 3 circles. That one in the middle, that's you, or me. Inside the second circle is what we have direct control over. Inside the third circle is what we can influence but not control. And out here is what we can neither control nor influence. Now, where do you and I spend most of our energy and attention? Right there. Yep. And sometimes in there. We spend all this time focusing on the things that we cannot control. Quick example of this, the weather. I know where I live in particular, this is a huge thing. This is a basic conversation starter. We whine about the weather together. I can spend the entire winter bitching and complaining about how miserable it is outside, focusing on something that I dislike that I can't change, or I can focus on what I do have control over. For example, maybe I could leave for part of the winter. I can change my attitude about the winter. I can find ways to enjoy it. I can get out and go skating or sledding or skiing or something. Perhaps a bit closer to home for many of us would be an argument with a spouse or an issue with a boss, coworker, or our children. Now we can influence these people, at least to an extent, but we certainly can't control them. I don't know about you, but my kids are uncontrollable. What do we do in most of these situations? We focus on the other person. Well, she said this, and how could he have done this, and oh my God, we're just making ourselves more miserable because we're focusing on something that upsets us that we cannot change. And yet we continue to pour energy and attention into this. We can't change the fact that he said this or she did that. But yet we can control, again, our own attitude, our own actions, our own thought patterns. When two people are in conflict, as long as they're both focusing on what the other person did wrong and what the other person should change, nothing happens. But if those people can turn their focus inwards and look at, what did I do wrong, what can I change, then there's hope for the situation to be resolved. Even if the other person does nothing, focusing on what they've done wrong still makes nothing better for you. And all it's doing is continue to focus your attention on something negative that you can't change. We would do ourselves a great service and would be much happier people if we went through life rather than focusing on all the miserable things that we have no control over, spending our time, attention, and energy looking at the things that we can change, which more often than not are here and here.